Tuck Legacy, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Black Lightning, season 4. I think it's episode 3, man. I forget how the show starts out, man. But last week the beginning of the season, that one teacher that works for Mr. Pierce, Jefferson Pierce, he lost his son. All right, so now, I think, and his other kids were taken by CPS. Now he's fighting Lala has this underground fighting ring, cage fighting ring, and he's fighting and he's whooping boys up. He coming to work. He came back to work, and Mr. Jefferson Pierce like, hey man, what happened to your eye? Yeah, I'm a bouncer. Sometimes you go through some things. And Jefferson just looking at him like, nah, that ain't right. You ain't out here trying to get revenge or whatnot, are you? He's like, nah, man. I'm good. I'm chilling. Check this out, man. So later on, I think Jefferson follows him or something, man, and he goes into the underground fighting ring. And Jefferson's known in the city. They know Jefferson in Freedom. So I think Lala went to the school when Jefferson was teaching there. That bouncer, Jefferson Pierce just walked in, and the bouncer's like, Mr. Pierce. He goes in. Jefferson goes to Lala. He's like, man, what you got going on, man? And the dude, the teacher, he was fighting this big old white boy, big old swole white boy, man, whooping that boy, beating him up, beating him up. And Jefferson Pierce like, hey, Lala, you got to stop this, man. He's going to kill him. Then, Lala ain't stopping it. Lala getting that money. It's like it's set up to where, just like on the NBA, man, during the in the bubble, they have the fans on the screen watching this. And Lala like, nah, man. And so Jefferson Pierce like, I got next. So after that, Jefferson Pierce get in there. He's fighting the white boy. White boy whooping him up. Bow, 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 bow. White boy whooping the boy up, man. Big old slow white boy whooping him up. Then Jefferson Pierce down, and then his eyes light up. I'm like, oh, buddy. Yeah, Jefferson Pierce gets up, but before he gets up, the white boy like, man, stay down, you lost. Jefferson Pierce gets up, whoops that boy, whoops that boy real good, man. And Lala has to pay him. So at the end of the show, because remember, this teacher's homeless, and Jefferson feels guilty because if he was Black Lightning, he probably would have stopped it. But Jefferson Pierce puts him up in his house that he grew up in, gave him keys, like, hey man, stay here, get yourself back on your feet, you got to get yourself together. And then gave him the winnings from the fight so he can get himself, man, Jefferson Pierce is a good dude, man, remind me of myself. Anywho, and he goes back to Uncle Gamby, and he's like, look, man, see, I don't need Black Lightning. I helped this guy, Jefferson Pierce, and it felt good. So I think, I figured he gave, Jefferson Pierce gave Gamby that watch that turns him into Black Lightning. But anywho, let's go back, let's backtrack. Check this out, man. These guns that Lala got in the streets, man, I think these blaster guns, Gamby got a hold of one, and he kind of went back to the lab and he tested on the suit. And man, that thing shot a hole through the suit. And Gamby's like, oh no, we can't do this, man. We gotta protect the family and all that, man. And check this out also, man. It's like a Tammy Lauren type woman on there. White Republican lady who's hating on Black people and stuff. And she's hating on Lightning because Lightning, she saves people, but things be getting destroyed, like cities, roads, and buildings. And she just hating on Lightning. And Lightning is kind of getting a bad name. So Lightning like, hold on, man, I got to get my social media together. So she meets with the boy from last season who had the green eyes, and he could do computers and stuff. Pause on him having green eyes. I don't be looking in dudes' eyes like that. Except for like when they superheroes and they lighten up. Like if I'm looking at Superman, shoot lasers out his eyes, or Black Lightning, eyes turn blue, or the dude, his eyes turn green because he's looking at a computer. I don't be looking at dude's eyes like that. But check this out, man. She gets with him, and he's like, look, man, they got my name looking crazy out here. Man, I got to do some things on social media, get it together. So they start a social media for Lightning that can't be traced. All right, and Lightning meets up with the young man who sold that video to the Tammy Lauren woman, and she's like, "Hey man, look, you gotta tell the people the whole truth, man. You know they got me out here looking crazy, man. We can't let that happen." And he's like, all right, but you at least gotta, let me get a kiss." And Lightning like, "Hey man, I'll take a selfie with you or something." And then they followed each other on Instagram and all that and shared the pictures. Check this out, man. Lynn is out here, man. Lynn and Jefferson been having problems lately, man. And Lynn out here fighting crime. And we find out that she wants to fight crime because she wanted to go to the military because her parents both were in the military. Her brother was in the military, but they felt like she was too weak to be in the military. And they're like, "Hey, it's best for you to go do your, do the medical thing," which she succeeded at. And that kind of, she kind of got that killer instinct a little bit. So that kind of messes with her. Check this out. So she's doing the superhero thing. And Jefferson's like, "Man, why you out here? Come on, man. You out here tripping," and all that. So they having issues. Check this out. At the end of the show, man, some flowers came to the house. Lynn thought that Jefferson sent those flowers. So she got all dressed up, went to the restaurant that the card told her to go to, and it was Tobias. She ain't want to be there with Tobias, but she sat down with Tobias. Tobias had a proposal. Tobias was like, "Hey, check this out, man. My sister died of ALS. And that's similar to the disease that took my mother out in real life." So I'm like, "Okay, let me pay attention." And he's like, "I need a cure. And I know that you're the one who can make a cure for this because I told my sister that I'm going to find a cure for this, and I'm a man of my word. Even though she's not here, I'm finding a cure for ALS. And I need you to find the cure. And once you do, I'm going to fund the project that you're working on for the next 10 years. So Lynn she had to pay attention. So she's sitting at the table. And guess who walks in? Jefferson Pierce walks in because he saw those same flowers at the house, and he thought that Lynn wrote on the card to meet her at this restaurant. So he walks in and sees Lynn sitting with Tobias, and he walks out upset because he thinks that she's getting with Tobias. Man, Black Lightning, season 4, episode 3, man. Bread Tuck Rob, man. I'll be back with y'all next week, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all mucho take it easy. H-Town.